Hey everybody, ¿qué pasó? Welcome back to Armando's house. There's a lot going on in Armando's house and we talk about it all. Today we're going to be talking about dyslexia. It is a huge topic in our house. Maybe it's a topic in yours. Maybe your child is dyslexic. Maybe you know other kids that are dyslexic. Maybe you're dyslexic. And if you're like me, when you grew up, if there was an issue with spelling or reading or writing, there was a lot of dyslexic kids, but it wasn't recognized. Those kids got called stupid or slow, or you're not focused, or just pay attention, or why can't you just like work a little bit harder? And now we've come a long way in society, and there's a realization that there's this thing called dyslexia, and it's a real persistent challenge that kids have. That said, depending on where you're living, you've got access to different resources, and that really makes a big difference in the way that you can address the issue. As an example, and you might not know this, but here in Australia, if you are dyslexic, it is not considered a learning disability. It's considered a learning difference. And what that means is that education-wise, largely, there is nothing that the education system has to do proactively to help those children that have been classified as being dyslexic. You probably didn't know that. So what that means is that those parents like us, have to go out and find other resources, whether it's, therapists, whether it's psychologists, whether, whatever it might be to help our kid with this topic, right? So that's the first thing. It's not classified as a learning disability in Australia. It's classified as a learning difference. In the US, as an example, it's actually classified as a learning disability, and those children get access to specific tools and resources to help them address the issue. So depending on where you live in the world, you're going to get access to different resources. And I think that makes a big difference. I know, at least for us, we really struggled at times to find our way through the subject a lot. Everything has been on us to try to figure out a way to help our kid with this topic. Now, one thing that really has helped us here, and I'd like to share with everybody, what we do in our house is how we talk about the subject and how mentally we tackle it every day, and how our child works so hard to address it. We're super proud of the way she's addressed it, but I think it has to do with the mentality. We've realized that it's really a gift. And if I compare the way that she thinks about topics compared to the other children, not just here, but at school as an example, she tends to see patterns. She tends to have a different viewpoint, and we see that as a real gift. Yes, she's got to work hard on her reading and writing, and that has to happen, by the way, every day, right? Every day she's working on her reading, every day she's working on her writing, and if she doesn't do that, she regresses, or she can regress even as a teenager, but she's putting in that work, but she's recognized that she's got a gift, and she's got to work on that gift. And there's a whole spectrum of, just how, and a whole range with how difficult dyslexia can be. For our child, it's a learning difference that she's got to work through. But this concept of thinking about it as a gift has really helped her, think about it as an asset in some ways, and has helped her really focus on, putting in the work every day. That said, I feel strongly, and we feel strongly in our house, that, the education system here, at least in Australia, should classify dyslexia as a learning disability and not just as a learning difference. So those kids can get access to the tools and the resources that they need to really address the issue. Because it's not just about a learning difference. At the end, this is about self-confidence. It's about being able to stand up for yourself and know that you're a valued member of society. We've been able to, luckily get access to those resources, by virtue of a lot of different things. But we've been luckily enough, we've been able to get access to them, but a lot of people don't. And, we think that the education system here in Australia should have access to those things. But let me know what you think. Let me know how you're tackling the subject in your house. Do you have someone in your family that's dyslexic? Do you know of other children who are dyslexic? And how are they dealing with the issue? And what role do you think the government and the education system should play in addressing it? If you've liked any of this content so far on this video or other videos, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. Please like this video. Please share it if you see value in it. Hope to see you again soon. Thank you so much. Take care.